Once we launched it, it really took off. We had so many clicks, I was actually blown away. When I looked at the statistics, I'm like, that can't be real. A lot of my users were very happy to be able to have that help where they're not having to call me or the IT staff for information, especially on simple things. We had announcements and such in our intranet. We would have news that are created on each department page, depending on the department who's putting out the news. It would always roll up to our main page, but not everyone would go to a department page or to the main page to look for things. So a lot of this was really not being seen the way we would have liked it to be seen. So once the VisualSP application gave the ability to have those banners and announcements, I kind of ran with it and tried it out. Our first one was an actual banner. So here's one of my latest banners. I just published for our Dell sale, since I know a lot of with back to school, a lot of parents are buying new technology for their families and sometimes for themselves. And so this way they know they can get a little discount. And IT relaunched our Lunch and Learn sessions in July. I did 3 different sessions. The first session was only that announcement on Culver Central and an email. I had a very low turnout. Wasn't horrible, but it was not what I expected. So I launched an announcement about 2 days before my next session. And the click-throughs for that announcement were huge. My turnout was so much better. I did the same thing over the 3rd. And again, for our August sessions, we also had a workshop on sustainability where the person holding it happened to mention to me that the attendance was really low. So I built her a banner, and I was in her second workshop, and they had 30 people in that workshop versus she had 5 in her first. Wow. So yeah, it made a huge difference in attendance by just popping that up. People see it, they clicked on it. We had so many clicks, I was actually blown away. When I looked at the statistics, I'm like, that can't be real. So those announcement and banners really work, and that is a huge bonus on top of all the VisualSP application help items. And it is so much more successful to have those banners and announcements because people pay more attention to them. People get so many emails a day, they ignore them. And they get down in their email box. Half the time they don't even read them. They might delete them on site. So this really gives them that chance, because so many times people are like, oh, I didn't see that email. When I'm like, oh yeah, this is our 3rd session. What do you mean you didn't see the email? But it just proves that a lot of people, they get caught up in what they have to do. And so they're really not reading those email notifications. So being able to promote things a different way in their working space is great. And now with so many of our employees working remotely, they're all on Office Online. So being able to do those banners for all of the Office 365 applications, it doesn't matter if they're looking at Outlook or they're in Teams desktop, it's going to pop up for them. Well, through our monthly review sessions, I have to say it's been great value for us. So to be able to do the review, get some tips on what we can be doing better, what other people are doing, has really helped. Kind of being reminded to look in our analytics. I know I've been creating pretty much more help items and more to-do lists after those monthly reviews, and then seeing that my employees are actually using VisualSP more every time we have that is just more value for our money. So I couldn't be happier.